students of 8th standard. Today is the 5th day of our lecture and we have started the lesson number 4, that is nothing but current, electricity and magnetism. Today we are going to see the magnetic effects of the electric current. In this point we have to see one of the activity. Here is the diagram given of that activity, or you can say diagram of the device which you are going to construct. Here there is nothing but a magnetic needle. Magnetic needle is wound with an wire. It consists of a cell, a plug key and a bulb. These all are connected with a wire. How is that? We are going to see here. You have to take a inside tray of a matchbox. You want to take a tray of a matchbox. The matchbox should be used or which is unused. You have to empty that and then you have to take the inside tray of the matchbox. Place a small magnet needle inside the tray. Now after that you want to place a magnetic needle. Now take a long connecting wire. You have to take a long connecting wire and you want to wound around it, or you can say you want to wind it around the tray. Complete the circuit by wire, cell, plug key and bulb. The circuit should contain, as we have seen in our last lecture, that circuit is complete whenever there is a plug key, whenever there is a cell, whenever there is a bulb, or you can say the connecting wires. Here also you want to complete the circuit with the help of wire, cell, plug key and bulb. Now mark the position of the magnetic needle. What you have to do? You have to mark the position of the magnetic needle. What do you observe? Now, whenever you are seeing marking the position of the magnetic needle, what do you observe there? Keep looking at the needle and close the plug key. What you have to do? You have to look there always. We have to see there on the needle and we have to close the plug key. The bulb will light up. Whenever you close the plug key, you will see that the bulb is glowing or it lights up, and you will realize that the current has started flowing. That means here the circuit is complete. Whenever the circuit is complete, that means the cell, the plug key, the current connecting wires all start to work, and whenever the key is closed, at that time only the current starts to flow there. Does the magnetic needle change its position? Now open the plug key. What you have to do? You have to see whether the magnetic needle changes its position, and after that you want to open the plug key. Does the magnetic needle came to the original position? We have seen in the last point that we have to first close the plug key and then we have to see the position of the magnetic needle. After that you want to open the plug key and then you have to observe the magnetic needle. Does the magnetic needle come to the original position? Can you say that there is a original position of the magnetic needle? Yes. What will you conclude from this experiment? Now, what is your conclusion for this experiment? You know that magnetic needle is indeed a magnet. We know that we have connected here a magnetic compass needle. So, we have seen that the magnetic needle changes its direction. The magnetic needle changes its direction always. Whenever the plug key is closed, it shows the deflection. Whenever the plug key is open, again it comes to the original position. So, how we can say that? When a bar magnet, suppose a bar magnet is taken near the magnetic needle. Suppose the bar magnet taken near the magnetic needle. Also we observe that the magnetic needle changes its direction. If we take that bar magnet near to the magnetic needle, we see the deflection in the magnetic needle, and when a current starts flowing in this circuit, this means that a magnetic effect is created when an electric current flows in the wire. Suppose if there is a flowing of a current, then the magnetic field is created around this. Hence, Christian Oersted made this observation first. He observed this, that whenever we pass a current through a magnet, then a magnetic field is created there. Then we can say that the current passes through a wire. A magnetic field is produced around the wire. So whenever the current is passed through the wire and through the magnet, then a magnetic field is produced around the wire. The next point is, this is the second activity we are going to see. Here there is a screw. Around the screw the wire is wounded. It is connected to a plug key and a cell, and here there is a pin. Take a meter long flexible copper wire. You want to take a meter long flexible copper wire. It should have a resistive coating and wind it tightly on a long screw. What you have to do? You have to wind it around the long screw. Connect two ends of the wire in a circuit. Now you know what is circuit. In circuit there should be connecting wires, there should be plug key, and there should be cell. Now what you have to do? You have to connect the two ends of the wire in a circuit. Also connect the electric cell and the plug key in the circuit that I have told you. Now you have to keep 2 to 3 pins near the screw. Now you have to start the current. What happens there actually? Whenever you start the current or whenever you close the key, what happens? The pins get attracted towards the screw that we have seen. And if we remove this, then again the pins will get detached from the screw. So will these pins can be observed continuously sticking there? The answer will be no. Why it is that when the wire, what happens? When the current flows into the wire, a magnetism is produced, magnetic field is produced, which makes the pins stick to the screw. Therefore, the screw also gets magnetized, and whenever the screw gets magnetized, the pins also get stuck to that. As soon as the current is stopped, the magnetism vanishes. That means whenever we disconnect the wires or whenever we open the key, what happens? The circuit will be incomplete, and whenever the circuit will be incomplete, the magnetism also vanishes, and whenever the magnetism vanishes, the pins will also not get attracted towards the screw. Now this system of coil and screw is called as a electromagnet. The next point is electric bell. Today we are going to study. See here, there is a bell, there is a striker, iron strip, contact screw. The screw is or electromagnet is there, a wire is wound around it, there is a cell, there is a key. What is that you have to see? You have to open an electric bell. Whenever you open an electric bell, whatever is there inside, that you can watch. So what we can see here? We see a electromagnet inside the electric bulb, electric magnet bell. When we open it, we see a electromagnet inside. So what is that actually this experiment, or you can say what is this device? a copper wire is wound around the iron piece. You see, a copper wire is wound around the iron piece. This coil acts as an electromagnet. As the copper wire is wound around the iron piece, it acts as an electromagnet. A screw is in touch with the strip. Whenever you see here, a screw is there in touch with this strip. Now, and hence the coil becomes a magnetized. This coil becomes a magnetized as there is a wire round around this. And when we start the electricity, it acts as a electromagnet. Now, what happens actually there? Whenever we start the electricity, the iron strip gets attracted towards this bell. The striker hits the gong. So what happens? The striker hits the gong and the sound is created whenever we start the electricity through this wire. At the same time, the contact screw also loses the contact with the strip, and after that the current stops. In this situation, the electromagnet loses its magnetism and the iron strip moves back again and comes in contact with the contact screw. The current is again restored, means this process happens again and again, and whenever the electric current is stopped, the sound stops there. The current is restored again. The striker hits the gong by this process. So today we have seen the electromagnetism in case of a magnetic field, then electric bell we have seen, and also the magnetism which is created by the screw. Thank you.